Hi, I'm Mel from Wonderful Belly and I'm going to make a basic sourdough with you today. So it's just a basic loaf. So I'm going to start building my loaf. So it's the first step. So it's the leaven. Don't even know if I say it properly. So we start with a tablespoon of your starter, which I fed about 12 hours ago. So just, we need a bowl, obviously. So just a tablespoon of that, just add that to a bowl. You'll need a scale for this because measurements are quite important. And then you need 40 grams of a plain baker's flour, so or white flour, whole wheat flour. I just use a white flour, so 40 grams of that. And then equal parts water. So just add that in. And then you just want to mix it. So it's just like a pancake dough really. A bit thicker. So we're going to mix it well. It's really just like building your starter, and if you've watched the video before that, this one, so if you look at that, we're going to leave that covered for about 4 hours. You can actually even do it the night before. Cover it with some plastic film and leave it on the bench. So we cover it with tea towel, leave it in a nice spot on the bench, and we leave it for about 4 hours until we're ready to add our dough. I'll see you for the next step. So we've rested our leaven or starter for about 4 hours, or overnight, whatever you decided to do. And now we're going to build our base or our dough. So I've measured out 500 grams of baker's flour. You can also do 400 grams of baker's flour and 100 of wholemeal flour. It's up to you what you want to do. And I've got 300 grams of plain water. And all we're going to do is add the water to that, just to break up the starter. So mix that around, put it off the bottom, and break it all up. So you've got like a milk really. And then we're going to add our flour to that. After that, just add in your flour. And we're just going to bring it till it's just combined. So mix it with your hand. I just do it with a spoon because I don't like it all over my hands. It's going to be sticky. It's not going to be smooth. It's going to be all rough. Just make sure it's all combined. Like that. And what we're going to do is cover it again. And you guessed it, more waiting. So we're going to actually let that rest for another 2 hours. So it's called the autolyse resting period. And that's where you let the gluten. Okay, so now I'm going to add the salt to the dough. I've dissolved 10 grams of salt and in 15 grams of just plain water. I've just used a pink Himalayan table salt. And you just pour it on top. And then you just work it into the dough. So we're adding more hydration to the dough there. working it in. Work it all into the dough. So then it's going to be quite sticky, but it's quite stretchy now because you've left it for 2 hours. Okay, and then we're going to leave it for, leave it in again for another 10 minutes, and then we're going to stretch and fold it. Okay, so we've let that rest for 10 minutes, and what we need now is a plastic tub with a lid, and we're going to drop our dough into our tub. We're going to do our first stretch and fold, so I will bring the camera forward again so you can see exactly what.
Our first cafe is Debbie's Pack Salad with mango pudding. This is my grandma's husband. Smoked chopped pie with caviar, also number bread. And sugar cakes and sugar beef for spending the hungry. Thank you so much. The chicken nuggets are that's the winner. My favorite was the smoked trout because I think it had
Right, I'm just up to shaping it, so I've turned it out onto a floured surface and I'm going to shape it, so I'll bring the camera closer to show you. Okay, so just stretch it out into some flatter dough and I just fold it over, press it down, fold it over, press it down into a seam, fold it into like a little parcel like that. And then you just want to pull pieces in from side like that and cross them. And now we're just going to roll it up, so get a piece like that, roll, 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 roll. And we've got like a little sausage roll, so just poke those sides in like that and squeeze them together. Poke them in. You can feel all the little air bubbles. And you've got like your sausage shape. So if you need more flour, just sprinkle some on if it starts to stick. Didn't shake that well, but you can see there's lots of air. Don't pop your bubbles. There we go. So that's your loaf. Doesn't really stay together. That's okay. And then we've got banneton. I'm going to put some rice flour in there. I'm just going to put some rice flour. So rice flour is best because it stops the dough from sticking. Excess in there. Cover my dough with a generous amount of flour. Just keep rolling it up and put it upside down in your thing, and then cover it with a tea towel and leave to rise for about another hour, and then we're going to put it in the fridge overnight till we're ready to bake, so for about 10 to 12 hours.